Hey everyone, welcome back. This time for When the Dust Settles. Last time we did that dungeon, which was pretty cool. The dungeon felt pretty good, but I'm not sure it's going to be a good one come next month once you've done it 5,000 times through Expert, sadly. Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss the day's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave Scions. Brave Scions. Sorry. Would I come to treat you with a hero's welcome? They have urgent news from the Phonocystery? Your Grace, whatever is the matter? Our troops withdrew from the Paran, and they came across 2 scouts sent to a nearby tower. I have yet to hear their full account, but it seems that one of them, your friend, I believe, has been wounded, and is being dragged away by the other. No. I must go. Forgive me, Your Grace. Can you tell us aught of Avanar's condition, Your Grace? The wounded scout? Naught say that it is grave. The contusions tend to him now. The conjurins, that's a horrible sentence to say, tend to him now as we speak. The infirmary must be inundated with wounded. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Strife and Estinian, would you mind going after Alphino? He may need some support from someone other than me. What's that face for, Estinian? Oh, there we go. Very well. Thank you. The rest of us will see that the relevant people know what took place in Pagafad. Come on then. Sure, where are you going? Do you know your way around here, Estinian? Jeez. Alright, there's another entrance there. Right. The hunting strip, right? Actually, would it have been easier to go the other way? No, we're fine. This would be quicker. Right, come on, Estinian, let's go. Come on, quickly now. Keep up. Keep up, Estinian. Oh, camera went a little bit funny there. That's okay. Nothing to worry about. Oh, I've gone down the wrong one. 7 years I've lived here, Estinian. 7 years. That's right. Oh, look, there's Estinian. Hey, how'd you get here before me? What the hell? Jacob Alphino is fond of Avanard. I know how he feels, but handwriting isn't going to help. And wrangling isn't going to help anyone. You'd better have a word. Oh, Fedola, are you okay? How's it going? Instead of standing there gawping, why don't you tell your friend to stop whining like an undeaf dog? People are fighting for their lives in there. I mean, alright. Alphino, shut up. Another one come to see the lad in silver armor. Master Delmont is attending to him as we speak. You'd be so kind to wait. What did Master Delmont say? Tell me his exact words. He needs to know that it's not helping, but I don't want to be rough with him because he's clearly upset and worried. Let them work. You're right. Forgive me. When we said our farewells to Avenard, I was afraid that something like this might happen. Now that it has, all I can do is wait. That's right. Wait here. Be fine, Avenard.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
You look younger.
What we can.
You look younger than him.
The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
No.
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Oh.
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
Life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
It's okay, Alfredo. She's just upset.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll not be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Good voice this one, huh? I know, there's nothing more I can do here. Come, let's rejoin the others. Your Grace invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. You three will be joining them? We will. Don't you say anything to Estinian now, with that in sync. Oh, no chance for us. How cool of you.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at
I'm
the
calling it
Alliance's
Avenard.
behest that he risked
Perhaps I'm
all,
mispronouncing
and we are
that.
grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that
Cryogens is how she pronounces it. That was an awful, horrible word.
Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission.
Alright.
Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Oh, poor Pippin. His voice acting didn't get hard for this patch. More Pippin!
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
How many
For a
entities?
blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
Let's do this one. This one sounds like we're questioning her. This one sounds like we're lending our support.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause.
Great.
It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course,
Yeah,
this was
shame
only made
the
possible
only
by
thing that
feats
could
of
make us all
heroism
stop fighting was the end of the world.
performed at Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Stidian got tired. He had to go because you didn't give him a chair. Stidian had to go lean up against something. He's an old man now. He's all that jumping has done his knees no good. He needs to sit. Oh Jesus! What's up, Alize? Right then, unless anyone has any objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. Sure. That includes you, Alfredo. Avenard is in good hands here. Of course. You would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire, and then we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If all in agreement, then I shall let Kral know to expect us. Hot bath and a hearty meal should be beyond arranging. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging at the time available. Have you got enough bathtubs for us? We got like a big ass hot tub. It'd be good to be home. There's some thinking to do. Oh, there's his origin story. That's how he becomes a Gundam. Next, not even next expansion, next patch, Alfredo's gonna show up with his new gear for the final fucking instance or whatever. Yes, I'll try asking him. And thank you. I shall look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return. In Kral in particular, there's a few matters she is keen to discuss. One of which concerns you, Estidian. Believe it or not, you will join us, won't you? Fine. Really? I thought you said so you were avoiding the Brazilian woman. If I refused, you would only pursue me. Let's get it over with, shall we? Yeah, alright, Estidian. Jeez, you can admit that you like us, Estidian. So, alright, sweet. Let's, Rising Stones. To Moderna. But that lady in front of us is also going to Moderna. No. Okay. Door closed on our cameraman. It's good though, because he's incorporeal. Can pass through walls.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time.
Sure, Crow. Anything for you?
Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
Excuse me?
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we
They did with the previous calamity.
This matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
Great.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
Well, we did sort Baldessian. We fixed their problem and made their mistake, so...
If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
That's a good question. I feel like it's been a while. What? Did she speak to us near the end of Dragonsong War? I guess. She spoke to us that day in the castrum, for sure. But I guess it was then, wasn't it? Is it with the fight on the bridge with Nidhogg that we got the Blessing of Light? Last? I can't even remember. After that, we've never really spoken to her. It was Menphelia. Say that. It's an option, so let's go with it.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the First, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
Yeah, it's true. You said she might be dead.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
She might be dead. She didn't have much juice left.
The explanation for that lie with her choice of champion. Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Mayhap she is.
No, I don't think that's at all the case.
I made inquiries of my own, and as far as I'm able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Menphelia herself.
Yeah.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Menphelia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether.
But that's not... I don't think this is the case, though. She had, like, no fucking juice back in ARR. Like, I think... Isn't that why she took Menphelia? It was because Hydaelyn was all out of juice? Like... I think...
Again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular.
Well done for calling it the Ethereal Sea and not the live stream.
Resolved though I am to
I appreciate
go,
that. The Ethereal Sea is much
believe me when
cooler.
I say that I take
no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
Oh, we got another new Scion.
And now I may bid you
Is he gonna be a
farewell.
trust boy? Will you get him to be a
Safe in the
trust?
knowledge that all
Trusty
is as it
trusty
should be.
Ostinian?
In this little corner of the world, at least.
Oh, Kryl.
You will be sorely missed.
You'll be back before expansion, right?
Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Peace out, Kryl. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Oh, yes. Better cozy up for a good one. Oh, what is this? What is this? Look at all these weapons. There's Ifrit weapons. There's Garuda weapons. Hey, that's my fucking Dark Knight weapon.
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Yes, I swear to God, Xenos, if the next time we meet, you have not got a katana in your hand, I am gonna be fucking pissed. Alright? I'm gonna be upset. I'm not gonna call you my friend anymore. That's right. How'd you feel about that one?
Hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations,
Got a Nidhogg
is
weapon
it
there.
safe to assume that you will be ready to control you know what?
There's loads of weapons here, isn't there? Look at this. This is cool. Right at the back left, there's a folded weapon with. I'm not sure what that one is with the bad. Is it like a Tomes weapon or something, or maybe a raid weapon? I'm not sure what it is. The mace spear one, that's a tome, isn't it? Over here, the right, you got a Zavala weapon, and you've got the Suzaku weapon. Man, look how many fucking weapons he's got. These are really cool. What a collection.
Forged for Asian ends will finally prove its worth.
I think you fucked your carpet though.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction.
There's Suzaku's axe as well.
To put it to use.
Ifrit's spear, I think.
Which brings me back to our
Ironworks greatsword back there. An Ironworks spear.
While I appreciate that it is not as easy to
Ironworks
see,
axe.
it really is
A Byako weapon axe. Is that an emerald weapon greatsword at the back there? Is that what that is? Did you go to the market mod recently?
There is one that I have been meaning to.
Or is that not an emerald weapon? Did emerald weapon have weapons? Must have.
Well, not quite what I was expecting, though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
There's a Sephiroth axe there. Had a lot of fun doing this, didn't they? What did he find? I guess we'll find out next time. I think we're going to fight Xenos before the expansion, but we won't kill him before the expansion. And I think that is going to reveal the new class. So this is my theory, okay? So my working theory is that the second part of the storyline comes in May after FanFest, right? After the FanFest is occurred, and we get to find out what the new class is. The new class. Sorry, excuse me. I inhaled. I don't know what I inhaled. Air, apparently, and I choked on it. The new class we know is a melee. It's a melee DPS. So I think this is what Xenos will be in the next set of quests. I think he's gonna have whatever weapon it is that is revealed to us in May, which is probably going to be a scythe. If I had to make a guess, it'll be a scythe class. It won't be Necromancer. I don't think we're ever going to see Necromancer. It'll be called like Reaper or something. So whatever. And it'll be a scythe. And that will be. It would be cool to have something like a Switchglaive, like a Neo 2 sort of like Switchglaive. Like that would be fucking cool as hell. But I don't think we're gonna get anything like that. It will just be a straight up scythe, and it's gonna be called Reaper. That's my current working guess. Okay, that's my working guess, and he will have a scythe and his new set of armor, I'm sure. And we will fight him a little bit in an instance, probably. And then he will escape or something will happen. And we will fight in expansion times. Right at the end of expansion, where we will kill him. And that will be the end of the plot. So the plot at the end of this next expansion is going to be the end of this first arc of Final Fantasy. The Zodiac and Hydaelyn arc is going to end next expansion, and then the subsequent patches are going to be setting up the next expansion. So like usually we end, like the Dragon Song War ended halfway through a Heaven's Wall expansion, right? Same with the Stormblood arc and the Shadowbringers arc. These past two patches has been setting up the next expansion, which we're now doing. which will end the first arc of its story. So I'm very excited because I kind of want a new story. I'm kind of excited for a new story. I think maybe expansion after Endwalker we might go to the new world or something, and it'll reinvigorate a level of mystery, right? That mystery that ARR had, that Heaven's Ward had, which hasn't been there through Stormblood and Shadowbringers for me personally. And so I'm looking forward to that, but still. Right, let's talk with Tatu. What's she got to say? Well, it looks like I'm going to be busy for a few moons. Busy few moons. Not that I've ever seen to be anything but. Thancred has got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which, not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do, but when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well then, you lot. More accurately, you won't catch me trading blows with Primal in the near future, but for every fell friend you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, and sheets to wash. Stores to replenish, and the list goes on. Which is where I come in, and gladly, mind you. It's the least I can do to support the scions who risk their life and limb, like poor Avavold. Wish there was something we could do for him, but we'll just have to settle for saying good old prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. It wouldn't do to have him come back to complete shambles, now would it? But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go, get some rest, and if there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know when the dust settles. Done. We done it. Yet another story patch completed. Did that come with a thing? It did not. It did not. Well, that's fine. Man, next time will be in May when you see me playing this game. Other than May, you will see me playing other games like Pokemon Snap or Pokemon Colosseum or Zelda, which has been going on all the way through this. I hope you guys, if you are enjoying this series, please check out the other ones as well. It would do me a world of good. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.